Well, boys, it's another day back out here at Elevated AF, and today, my little Cybertruck that I bought not too long ago here is about to become not electric. And I don't even know if it's going to be considered a Cybertruck anymore by the time we're done with it. I mean, the body will still be there, but pretty much nothing else will be. So I've been waiting on parts for a little bit now to turn my Cybertruck into a diesel Cybertruck. It should be interesting. Now, obviously, there's a few issues with that. There's not a whole lot of front space in this truck. There's just enough to fit a smaller diesel engine. We were looking at 4BT Cummins engines, 5.9 Cummins engines, but the 5.9 is a little too big. We're probably gonna have to go with a 4BT and then figure out how the heck to put a transmission in this. So there's a lot of work that's gonna be going into this, but with any luck, my guys should be able to handle it. Now, since we did get this not too long ago, we haven't really had a chance to play around with it too much. We did test out some towing capabilities and it performed subpar-ish. However, I should have another one coming later this week, so we can officially test both of them. And something else I managed to get the parts for this week is this 2013 Duramax. It is a full-on grandpa truck. Nothing done to this thing except a back rack and a toolbox. So literally stock all the way through. It's got the tow rig front end lean to it. So this thing is a prime candidate for a little bit of horsepower and some cosmetics. Now, the original plan was to just do cosmetic work on this, but I managed to get some parts at some pretty good prices. So we're going all the way with it. It's getting the full horsepower treatment. This thing's pretty much going to be a race truck by the time we're done with it, and with any luck, it ain't going to look like a grandpa truck no more. So we just had a guy show up here, and he's looking to do a trade. He's got this Cummins swapped Jeep, and it's looking like it's going to be a week for the Cummins swap here. Now, I know some Jeeps do have Cummins engines in them. However, this one is a 5.9 Cummins, and I am fairly certain that Jeeps do not come with a 5.9 Cummins. Now, it's wrapped in this sweet army green color, which I absolutely love. I have an Audi R8 that I'd love to wrap in this color, but unfortunately, the local shop is completely out of it, so I had to go with something else. Anyways, he's looking for a trade. He was looking at this 2000, I can't remember, is it 18, 19? I don't know. He wants that truck at any rate, so he's going to take that out for a test drive, see if he likes it, and there's going to be some cash on top for this deal, because this truck, it's worth a considerable amount of money. Well, deal's done. He's just in the office there signing paperwork. We now have a Jeep. I can't remember the last time I bought a Jeep. It's been a minute. At any rate, this thing needs some new tires. I have a different set of wheels that I want to toss on it, because personally, I'm not a big fan of specially forged wheels. So it needs some new tires, needs some new wheels, but I think we could get it looking decent. I'm not too sure what we're going to do with it afterwards. Maybe we'll keep it. I don't know. I don't keep a lot of vehicles nowadays. So if you guys watched the last episode of Elevated AF, you would know that my brand new 2024 F350 dually pretty much blew its transmission. It's down, it's out for the count, it's at Ford, and it's getting warranted right now, and it's going to be a couple weeks to a couple months. I didn't get an exact timeline. So I sent my hotshot driver out this morning a couple hours away to go pick up this brand new 2024 Ram 3500 because I'm in need of a new tow rig, and yeah, this was our best bet. Now, normally I am not a big Dodge guy, and I don't particularly go with them for tow rigs, but I guess my hotshot truck is a Dodge, so we're giving one a try. This is a brand new one. Hopefully it doesn't drop a transmission like the Ford did. I guess we'll have to see. And it looks like my Jeep is ready to go. So the guys tossed some new TIS wheels on it, got some new tires on there. They look a little bit better. And I guess we had this rack for the top of a Jeep sitting around in the shop. I don't know where it came from. Maybe a customer ordered it and just never came to pick it up. No idea, but the guys decided to put it on there. So yeah, I guess it has a storage rack up there now. I'm honestly not sure if this thing's gonna sell. If it doesn't, I'll probably just keep it because I kind of like it. Well, boys, this is the next day here, and I ended up running into a slight issue this morning when I needed to pick up the engine for the Cummins swapped Cybertruck. You see, the trailers, all of them that I have, are not tall enough to back up to the loading dock bays. They're always a pain to like try and load an engine from a warehouse or anything. So I went ahead and bought a whole dadgum rollback truck that is high enough. That's the exact reason why I bought it. No other reason. But honestly, this is gonna be really nice for getting trucks out of places where it might be a little more difficult to, you know, get a 40 to 50 foot trailer into. Plus, it was on a killer deal and it was already red. So company colors, it was just the perfect deal. Now, small issue with this engine. The guys told me that they measured it out and we could fit a 6.7 Cummins in. Not sure why we decided to go with a 6.7 because electronics, bigger engine, more of a pain, but this one has a lot of turbos. So I was okay with it. They figured they could do it. So we'll go with that. So it's been about 2 weeks here. The guys are still cranking on the Cybertruck. As foreseen, we ran into into some issues, but they should be sorted out. But we now finally have a brand new tow rig. That's right. This is the 2024 Cummins with a, oh, I don't even know how big of a striker kit. I think this is a 8-inch striker kit. I could be wrong. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. Anyway, we powder coated it this really sweet orange color. It's not quite a burnt orange, but it's more of like a bright clay pigeon orange. If you guys know what those are, you'll understand what I'm saying there. But I think all this truck's missing is one of those sweet camo wraps. Maybe that's what needs to happen to this thing. I don't know. But for now, we do have a tow rig, which is pretty sweet. Now, the Grandpa 2013 Duramax that we ended up doing looks a bit more interesting. We paint matched a lot of it, put some new lights, really gave it some power under the hood. Some sweet new JTX wheels, bit of a lift, boost auto mirrors, paint matched a bunch of stuff, just made this truck look super sweet. And that right there is how you know it's got some power. It's also got a screen. So yeah, it's definitely got some power. Now we're having some issues with the tuning, so I can't drive it right now, because if I drive it, I'm gonna slam the pedal to the floor and things are gonna happen, and then that truck's not gonna be drivable at all. So we gotta wait for the tune to get finished. But for now, while I'm waiting on my Ford to get back from the shop, we got a pretty sweet tow rig. Well, it has been another 2 weeks, a very long 2 weeks, but my second Cybertruck has finally arrived. I had one of the boys go pick it up from the shop. Oh, that's looking cool. Actually, it looks the exact same as the one that we're turning into a Cummins powered one, which, by the way, I think is finished. I have not seen this thing completely finished yet. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty dang cool. Liberty forged wheels, because, you know, I have to, can't not. Swanky steel hood stack on the thing. Good grief. Oh man, so we had to put this back cover on. It's not going to be able to have a gooseneck hitch because we had to put the transmission back here. Don't ask me how we did it. I don't even know. My guys are geniuses. They figured it out, because there's literally nowhere else to put the transmission. Now, the only other option we have is to put a plate above that and then put a gooseneck in it, but that might not be structurally sound. But let's give it a start up. Yeah, that's a Cummins Cybertruck. Oh man, this is something else, and it's flipping wide too. Holy smokes. So the turning is minimal because of these fenders the way they are. Well, let's get ripping here. It's not crazy fast. We have not tuned it or anything. We just really wanted to get it working before we went all out with that. But man, this thing rips. I'd say it almost rips better than the electric version. It's probably not as torquey as the electric version, but I mean, it goes. It's not rolling a whole lot of coal at the moment, but it does go. I don't even know what to make of this thing because it is just so ridiculous. These things have not been out for long. And of course, we had to throw a Cummins in it. So we have both the electric version and now the Cummins swapped version that we're eventually going to be putting to the test here. If you guys have any suggestions on tests we should do, put it down in the comments. I think this thing looks flipping cool. I do want to wrap it a different color though. I'm not too sure what, because I heard these things rust, and I plan on taking this thing off-roading and do a little bit of mudding, so I definitely don't want it rusting. I can't believe we tore apart a brand new Cybertruck just to put a Cummins in it. By the way, big shout out to Wheelman Fab for editing this mod and also making this Dodge over here. I'll have his Patreon link down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. But hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.